Okay, sorry everyone for being a little bit late. I had to clean up the kitchen for my mom. And I know I did say I was going to do the Whistleblower DLC. For some reason, I can't find it. It's downloaded on my system, but for some reason I cannot find it on the main screen of Outlast. I guess I have to beat the game again or something like that. But I'll try to do that sometime this weekend for sure. But we'll go ahead and continue on with where we left off with Amnesia. And of course, it was another long day at work, so I also took a nap after I got home. Okay, so we left off here. Budge. I can't help you, unfortunately. Okay. I think that just circles around.
Is he safe? Well, it's for his own good.
Okay, let's see.
Hey, you! Stop!
Don't come any closer. I just want to leave.
You can't go outside. It's too dangerous.
I'm telling Gabriel.
I doubt that very much.
Soon it will be ready. Let there be enough time. He escaped? Where is he now?
Down there. As long as I don't make too much noise, I should be alright. Gotta watch the usage of my lantern.
Of August, 1839. I have arrived at the village of Altstadt. It's a haven in the midst of a vast forest and the last stop before my final destination, Castle Brennenburg. It's late in the evening, and the outrider, who has been with the coach since Bremen, advised me to wait until morning before I venture further. I've arranged for a bed at Der Müller, the village's only inn, and am now waiting for the sun to rise. I try to sleep, but as I close my eyes, I see the men who fell victim in London. My fear and shame forces me to witness the same scenes over and over. They are dead because of me.
Utayoma bro.
I'm always going to be tired, unfortunately, TGS. Such is the ways of the world, for me, unfortunately. I think that was it, really? I think I have to go in this room where the grunt is. Okay. I managed to actually avoid him, wow. Now I'm just trying to remember what to do. Sounds like I lost him. Okay. Close that promptly. Alright.
3rd of August, 1839. I feel like I have fled the world and all its worries. Brennenburg is a majestic creation perched upon a forest-clad hill with towers reaching well above even the highest pine trees. Following the winding road leading to the gates gives the impression of discovering something forgotten, as if journeying with Marco Polo to the hidden Xanadu. Alexander, the Baron, is a peculiar but gracious man. He seems well versed in worldly matters, and is not at all as eccentric as I assumed. My room is exquisite,
What's wrong,
and I'm
TGX?
confident that no hotel for miles could even hope to match it. As the sun sets on Brennenburg, its fairy tale varnish turns to an eerie gloom. Alexander's strange servants are never far away. They are a quiet lot, and their behavior could only be described as skulking. Alexander seems pleased by my presence. As he puts it, it seems like I got here just in time.
You pretty much did. Behind the dead piggy carcass. Damn, he busted down the door. I see you over there. How much oil do I have?
Find her!
I don't think I really need the lantern. I pretty much got this area lit up pretty good.
Of August, 1839. The nightmares woke me in the early morning, and for a moment I forgot where I was. Shortly after, there was a knock on my door. Alexander had heard my screams and asked me to join him in the parlor. As we drank our tea, Alexander began to tell me what he knew. It seems like the orb I found casts a long and dark shadow. It's not only a powerful item, but a dangerous one. Simply by touching it, you invoke the powers within, and if you are too weak to control it, it will devour you. The shadow is a sluggish thing, lagging behind the wielder, killing anyone or anything in its path to reclaim the orb. I said I didn't care about its powers, and that I should throw it away. Alexander advised against this, as I'd still be a part of the path to the orb, and eventually suffered death. Having the orb, I would at least have the chance to fight back when the time came. I asked Alexander what he meant when he said he could protect me, and he answered that things can be done, but at a price.
All right. Apparently someone didn't know better then. Okay, we're good. No, you don't, bitch. Flawless execution.
So you used the drain sewers as a means of transport?
Yes, they were built to divert water from an underground spring and are quite spacious. It seemed only natural to incorporate it into the overall structure.
But we won't be using it.
Not today. The flow is seasonal, and when the spring runs dry, the damp tunnels produce a rather poisonous type of fungi. There is an antidote, of course, but we won't be bothering with it today. Come, this way instead. We're almost there.
Okay. So now I gotta deal with poison in here, of course. Last jar of oil. One more time! Alright. Okay, go this way. Ledge. I think this is the way we were supposed to go.
Are you conserving water from the spring?
Yes, it enables me to control the water in the drain sewers to some extent. Also, it can be used for all sorts of purposes.
Like for drinking?
Well, that too. But mostly to run different machines.
Ah, like water mills.
Exactly.
Okay. parkour moment. That's in this box. Ooh, yes. Try and save that oil up if I can. God, there's no water downstairs there. Oh, not mean to drop it. Genius! No.
7th of August, 1839. There is no denying that Alexander puts a lot of faith into what I can only describe as magic. I'm not surprised. Even while traveling across Europe, I assumed I would have to embrace the supernatural to save my mind and life. As a novice, I do everything in my power to stay focused and not dwell too much on my own doubts. Alexander woke me up early and told me it was time we got started on our work. He was obviously excited to get going, and we headed downstairs to the old dungeon, where he preferred to attempt his rituals. It turns out that Alexander is a true Renaissance man, paralleled only by Da Vinci, I'm sure. He showed me several rooms fitted for specific research, such as anatomy studies, alchemy, and botany. The crown of Brennenburg must be the inner sanctum, a most hallowed ground where we shall attempt to permanently banish the orb's shadow.
What's wrong, Captain? I'm not doing it on purpose, Captain. You know that. I don't think there's a water monster down here, though. Never mind.
8th of August, 1839. I could never be certain until today that I was on the right path. Using my orb, Alexander managed to channel its power unto us. The inner sanctum flared with blue, fiery light, and I could feel the same things I felt in the dark chamber in Algeria. It was like standing in a mad whirlpool of impressions. It was terrifying, but Alexander kept calm and wielded strange tools of science in order to tame the storm. Suddenly, the blue light was stained by strains of red, and the walls burst with pulsating tissue resonating with the scene. Alexander quickly covered the orb in some cloth, and the unspeakable thing vanished. Apparently, the orb's shadow is closer than Alexander thought. He said I should prepare for a warding ritual tomorrow. I'm not sure what he expects, but I have a bad feeling about this.
Well, your feeling is right, Daniel.
hated this part.
I kind of hate it too. I really do.
Cause of the water monster.
Motherfucker. Oh, so there is a water monster. I couldn't remember.
August 1839. It is still early, and Alexander is busy preparing for the ritual later today. Seeing him this worked up makes me question why. What does he stand to gain? I realize he is curious about it all, but surely there must be more. Is he so foolish he will attempt to tame the power of the orb? I must admit that yesterday, when Alexander flooded the inner sanctum with blue light, I realized we had but graced the orb's true potential. This might turn out to be more than escaping a creeping shadow. It might be the beginning of something truly extraordinary.
Typical. Someone always trying to control powers they don't understand. So I'm guessing that's done and we can go back. I'm surprised I didn't see the monster, hear the monster. Huh. Oh, that's a shot. The machine powering the eastern bridge. Okay. Gotta play mechanic again. Daniel the mechanic. Fixing all your creepy castle needs.
Herbert, how did we find this place?
An old friend back in Algiers gave me a map.
Why isn't he with us? Didn't he want to come?
He wanted to, Daniel, but things don't always turn out the way we planned.
Oh wow, it actually does. Ha! Oh, yes. Okay, 13th of January, 1799. The work I have put into this machine is unequaled by the reasoning of any man. The thought that generations of men have passed away since I first attempted to reconstruct the design is most tiring. The limitations of this world have made my work incredibly difficult. It has forced me to build the thing almost 100 times larger than the delicate contraption it tries to emulate. Not to mention the flow of tamed lightning crudely replaced by pressured steam pushing its way through the pipes and turbines. It shames me to think of what the inventor would have thought of my monster. Where he works with a magnifying glass to carefully fix all the parts, I push 5 men to erect a tower of wrought iron in the hope it will have even the tiniest hint of power found in a traveler's locket. Okay. Hey-o. Use it so fast, I think. Thought it was placed in Windy City with all that wind blowing. I think it'll be alright. Okay, I know I'm supposed to use these parts for something. Just trying to remember what it was. It is for that room, I know that. Okay, why I didn't do that before, I don't know. Oh, wait, hold on. I know this puzzle, right? Those are right. Okay. Okay. Right? Okay, so I probably just gotta... Okay.
Daniel? Is that you? What are you doing?
The machine is repaired. Well, piss. All right. I think this is where I need to start trying to lower that other one. That's okay. Gobi! I think that's really what I need. I don't know, I just need it work. Into the morgue.
Do you see, Daniel? It has yielded.
What?
The shadow. It has? For now. Come, let's get this out of here so we can get some peace.
Yes, let's. Where to?
Just down the corridor, to the morgue.
Are there more dead men there?
You did well, Daniel. Come, let's get going.
Copper tube. Fine copper tube found in the morgue looks like part of a surgical suit.
What happened? Why are all these dead? Where am I? What's happening? Help! Anybody! Help!
I need to try and find some oil soon. The strange deaths among the servants and the prisoners have finally been resolved. It seems that the drain sewer, which has recently been opened up for use as a means of transport, is plagued by a peculiar poisonous fungi. The victims seem to have suffered an extremely quick outbreak of sickness affecting the entire body. Some of my men, including myself, are blissfully spared by this calamity, but it is clear that this cripples my progress. Prisoners die quickly and their contaminated vitae lacks the energy I seek. I shall immediately start working on a vaccine. Okay. Da-da-dum! Tinderbox. And what secrets do you hold for me? I fear for Daniel, for he is reckless. He is tainted by the approaching shadow and will not be able to pass the gate. Will he be able to accept this in the end? My love, I've seen evil in him. How am I to trust him with the truth? What cruel irony that I have to do unto him what Agrippa did unto me. The vaccine enabling my men to work in the fungi-ridden sewer is a definite success. Unfortunately, only few of the servants have been remedied, as the procedure proved difficult. The others will perish, and eventually I will have to create more of them to keep my experiments running. Note that an injection of vaccinated blood will work as a shield long enough to pass the sewers without any risk of infection. It will do fine for prisoner transport.
I hear you breathing, Daniel. Do you hear me? Have you changed your mind?
No, and get out of my head, you creepy old fuck. What is that?
3 days now. This is ridiculous. Why doesn't someone enter this room? Hey! Anybody! Am I all alone here? Help! Help! I'm so tired. If I sleep, will I wake from this nightmare? If not, I pray my Heavenly Father will take me in my sleep.
Oh wait, hold on. Stop. Okay, so now I've been vaccinated. Nope! Oh, that's disgusting! Get off the screen! Please don't let him come in here. Okay. A little bit wobbly, but we're good. Into the sewer. Okay, so much was going on right there. I am now out of oil. Moose man. I'm gonna hit KO too. Oh, quit being a sissy, Daniel. You've made it this far. The 2-level controls and noisy shit. Eerily quiet now, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
What's happening? What are you doing? Let me go! Please, don't take me! Nobody ever returns!
Well, that was the end of the grunt.
Daniel, turn around this instant. You are carrying the shadow with you.
Losing. Time to go! I hate that one. That one is more annoying than, more terrifying than the grunt. I think this is the part where we actually meet up with Agrippa. just want that tinderbox, thank you. Grabbing everything but that.
Agrippa, I need you to stay awake. Can you feel the syringe?
No, I can't feel anything. Alexander?
Yes.
Soon, I won't even be able to move, will I?
Your life is safe.
I don't doubt that. But will it be worth living?
Help me. Who's the switch? Next to me.
Thank you. You have my gratitude. My name is Agrippa. Who might you be? Daniel? Like the prophet thrown into the lion's den? Tell me, are you among the lions, Daniel? You want to stop Alexander? Oh my, so Babylon shall fall, you say? You worry too much. Alexander is toothless without an arm. He has one. That's not very promising at all. The sanctum is basically impenetrable, but guess why not? It could be breached by another, but Alexander broke his, my own, a long time ago. Really? Well, if you tell the truth, by all means, seek out the pieces of the broken orb and mend away. I believe he uses them for torture now. They practically leak madness, which is quite useful, I understand. There should be 6 of them. Look around the choir and the transept. You should be able to find them there.
Okay, an orb is needed to enter the inner sanctum. Its shattered pieces lie scattered in the torture rooms. Okay, give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
know this. I've been here already. I know this taste. A taste of Damascus rose obfuscating the truth in a dim haze. They may sweep the traces from my memory, but my body remembers. These cuts speak volumes, even though my mind remains silent. They will be back. They will be back.
Okay, I forgot what the meat is for. Okay. The fear had begun to drown him again. He reached once more for the empty bottle of laudanum, and frustrated, he smashed it against the bedpost. Oh. I don't think I'm supposed to come here. Such filthy thought. Good men can safely cheer their departure, as they are nothing but a burden to mankind. They shall not be missed. Okay.
These cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Scream, little bitch,
Sounds
LOL.
from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the... and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cellmate.
Okay.
Dad, I hate to bother you further, but if you're really going after Alexander, would you consider taking me with you? I know it sounds ridiculous. I mean, look at me. But if you find anything concerning a man named Johann I, would you please bring it to me? I believe he was working on a way to help me. A recipe for some sort of potion. A tonic to free me from this husk of mine.
Okay, so now we gotta find a tonic to help out Agrippa.
And I needed days to get there. How are you not scared?
Oh no, I am. I just know how to manage it. Plus I've seen scarier shit, trust me. Now if I started playing Slender the Arrival, oh, I'd be a scared, shriveling little
How
bitch.
do you manage it?
Lots and lots of willpower.
What scarier shit do you saw?
Trust me, the amount of shit I go through nowadays,
9th
I'm
of
used
August,
to it.
1839. I can't stop sweating and shaking. The warding ritual was not something of a sane mind. I did not even realize the dungeon was still in use. Alexander had his servants bring one of the prisoners, a murderer, he told me. Alexander made all the arrangements, but he said I had to perform the ritual in order to have the right effect. The shadow could be led astray by the blood of another. Killing the man would provide us precious time. What else could I do? Alexander said it had to be done. He is saving my life. I don't have the luxury of argument.
Something must be wrong with the machinery. 2 levers on the top floor are not working. It's probably some problem with the machinery. I think if I do get this on the PC and start playing the custom stories, I think that's really when the fear will set in. Because I know there's some real good custom stories on the PC.
Ah, you get it. What level? Oh, that one. So many of Alexander's things are breaking down. Look around. Maybe the other room. There are machine parts hidden all over this place. You'll find a way to fix it. But there's something else. Who, me? I'm Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. I was once quite important to you. Baron Alexander has sustained my soul in this dead husk for years. Who knows how many? Hundreds, I presume.
Trying to remember how to do this part now. Okay, maybe I do have to.
Just a little further.
It's like Orpheus descending into the underworld.
Are you hiding something?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Your intuition is remarkable.
I'm not sure I'm following.
It doesn't matter. It's just a myth after all.
August 1839. Banishment ritual is taking longer than expected, and we have to do what is needed. I spend my time helping out the prisoners. Being around these degenerates makes me ill. None of them even tries to face their punishment with any kind of dignity. They taunt me with their lies of innocence and their cowardly pleas of mercy. What can make a man fall so far from the grace of a civilized existence? They are all wicked men, and I remind myself of it constantly. Still, I am thankful for God sending these monsters our way, as they will serve as the instruments of my salvation. I try to study the different tools in the torture chamber and learn how to use them effectively. Last time was messy, and the effect suffered from my inexperience. When the next warding is to be performed, I shall be ready.
Honestly, it starts around this point is when it starts showing how as desperate as Daniel got against the shadow. He was willing to kill men just to survive. Which in any case, with any man, it's quite the sight, unfortunately. All is lost. I must once again start over. Ever since I recovered the orb first found by Agrippa, I have depended on it for my research. The incident with Wilhelm made me most impetuous. Fearing a paucity of prisoners, I proceeded with the final ritual without proper foresight. The orb cracked and fell into 6 parts. I have tried everything but have yet to mend the thing. Unless I can think of a way to piece it together, I will have to find another. There is still life in the pieces, and even if the orb isn't restored, I might be able to salvage some of its power for some other purpose. Centuries have passed in vain, and I began to wonder if I will ever be able to see my love again. How much longer can I sustain my life? Alexander trying to find a way to be immortal. That never turns out good. Ever. Good Lord, so many Stefano statues. If I rub this, can I get the hell out of here? Damn. Oh well. I think I can go through this door right here. Huh? Because I know that door to the machine room is locked. Unless... Okay, I guess at this point is when I start going backward.
Come play Borderlands WIFME. Please.
I will when I get done.
How's okay?
Oh, stop it. Okay, so...
Is this guilt I'm witnessing, Daniel? If so, blame yourself. You started this. You sent me that letter asking for help, and this is how you repay me? How dare you!
I can't even get to you yet, dude, so chill out. Yo, fart knocker, you're just mad because your little Woody Woodpecker can't get up no more. And I doubt during this time they had Viagra.
E. U.
Hey, I'm being honest. Okay, oh wow, I almost missed that.
Good to see you. By me? I'm the next best thing. Alexander really wanted none other than Johann Bayer.
Daddy, come play Borderlands with
You
me.
never heard of Johann Bayer? My God, boy. He's probably the greatest man in history. And you don't...
Give me a few minutes, I'm trying to figure this out.
Pounds. Pounds.
Trying to figure out what the hell's wrong. I don't want to end it because I know I'm near the end.
Hi.
Hey, Astral. Barely conscious. From a fall like that, I don't think conscious is the one thing you need to be worrying about. More or less your damn legs. Trying to remember. Unless when it... I'm kind of thinking it's...
Was there something else? I was my pupil. My pupil. Yes, I do take pride in that. Is it so wrong?
I swear, it's something so simple that I'm missing it.
Whatever it takes.
Ah, you again. I found the Mithrai box. One which had not been plundered. Do you know Mithraism? I suppose it doesn't matter. It is an old faith, building temples out of caverns. The dark walls...
Really racking my brain here trying to figure it out. Uh-oh. That worked.
Dad, good to see you. Not many orbs are left. They sometimes consume themselves, or break, when used by an uninitiated. I was lucky. The orb I found spared my life and returned to where I found it. I know because Alexander took it and brought it to private life. Dad, good to see you. I am very alive and dared to proceed.
There's something I'm missing. Wait. Hold on. I think I just figured it out. Either I'm just being a big idiot, or I should have realized this a long time ago. seriously confused. I am so lost. There's something I'm missing and I just don't know what it is.
How are things coming? Me, powerful. Not so very hoped for. I've done all that I can to escape this prison. But now, I use all my strength merely to stay alive.
Daddy.
My pupil, Johann Ryan, said he found a way to take me.
I'm so confused right now.
Are you stuck?
Badly. I'm trying to remember what to do and I can't remember.
Left.
Tried not to go back and use my old videos, but I might not have a choice because I really can't remember. Okay. Be running around for hours again if I don't watch it. Okay.
Cheater.
You try and figure it out, didn't you, here?
What are you doing?
I'm looking through one of my old videos.
Nah, that's your job. LOL, I got further in Outlast.
Even after I jinxed you about getting
What
killed.
are you looking at?
I'm trying to figure out what to do. One of my old videos I did for it.
Maybe I know.
Because I'm at the part with the machines.
I was at this point.
Because I cannot remember at all. Okay.
LOL, nah, that was a friend playing, so yeah, laugh, but I am finally at the prison block.
Took you long enough. I'm missing something.
Fuck you, daddy.
You will eventually.
Oh, I know.
How are things coming? I've always hoped fire would return and give me a second chance. But so does Alexander. But he gives me as a weapon, hoping fire will reveal himself.
I can't figure it out for the life of me. So I can't remember how I did it.
Sup, my brother.
Not much, Will.
Good evening, sup.
Okay, hold on. I'm an idiot.
Was that games for free on store?
If I remember right, at the time it was.
Lots of people are playing it actually.
At the time, I think it was.
You're a good boy, Daniel. And I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of. You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around.
So I think I need to throw a rock in there now. I think I figured out where to go.
Have you ever played cryostasis?
No, nano suit?
Shine the light this
You're a
week.
good boy, Daniel. And I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of. You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around.
Still can't get up there. I know, Agrippa.
You're a good boy, Daniel. And I appreciate your company. But I believe you have more important things to take care of. You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around.
Shut up! Okay, now we're making progress. Good lord. Like I said, something so fucking simple, and I'm missing the hell out of it. Alright, now we're making progress, like I said.
Daniel, you have gone too far. I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
Oh well, I'm still going. Deal with it.
Ah, you again. You got the doors open? Good going. I knew you could do it.
remembering, right? We must now lower this. Up the remains. Good. I don't think there was anything else in that room, so...
She deserved it, that little bitch.
She deserved it, that little bitch. Okay, calm down. Okay. I don't know.
Kill me, Orphan! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
You're asking the wrong one. I don't know why. I don't know what she did. There's a piece of wood. Kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body follow. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. Torture was never an option. I will never understand the means behind torture. It's inhumane. Why other countries used to do it, especially during times of war. I mean, I understand it was to get information and all that, but my God, the forms of torture they could do. Okay, calm down. We're not drinking.
They are people who have a torture fetish.
Well, unfortunately. Those are the people that are sadists. Well, not all sadists are like that. The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flooding from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Now, see, understandable with a rapist. Hell, a lot of people want them motherfuckers to suffer for what they be doing. Problem is, not even them deserve this kind of torture. Bruh, man, what the fuck? My vision is so fucked.
You still up this late?
Yes, sir. I'm finishing the game that I'm playing.
Death sentence in your state.
I believe we do.
How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man. It was an accident.
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault. Why won't anyone listen?
I am glad we don't have it here.
Of course.
Right.
We are dealing with monsters here.
But see, that's the thing about different countries.
Death sentence is too inhumane in my opinion. Which game are you playing now?
It's called Amnesia: The Dark Descent, Dad. That's why other countries are a lot better with how they do with their prisons and all that, Captain. Like with y'all, I mean, if I remember right, your country is actually able to reform your prisoners and make them into better human beings. The way the United States is with their prison systems, it's honestly ridiculous and inhumane. It does not make a bit of sense why it's like that. And it really shouldn't be.
Compared to here.
Unfortunately, people in the United States are mostly barbarians half the time.
Please, do anything, whatever you want. Anything. Do anything.
Prisons in USA is horrible. Prison should be bring people back into society. In USA they make them even more criminal.
Exactly. And then they wonder why more of these outbursts and riots happen. But of course, most of the politicians here, they don't care about us. They only care about their greedy ass selves, filling their pockets with money and shit.
Here they try to resocialize them.
Right. And that's how it should be everywhere. But the United States cares more about money and everything, building useless shit that doesn't even need to be there. Is it you, my love, I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know what I've become. I'm not blind. I am a monster to them. A demonic sultan
It is
perched
really
on a
cruel
dark
that there is
mountain
death sentence
top.
in 2019 in an industry country.
It really is. It's sad. But they're trying to change it. They're trying to, but they're not making no progress. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. Oh Lord, here we go. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are, therefore, to restrain while the victim is still dazed, proceed by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses. If possible, with breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. I think that's all I can get from here.
I saw a documentation where most Americans said that they appreciate death sentence and they want to treat the prisoners even more hard. That was fucked up.
That's how most Americans are. They feel the need that death is always the cure for everything, and it isn't. In some cases it is, but at the same time, people can be reformed. The problem is they don't want to shell out the money to do it.
Was there something else? You see
The remaining orifices can be found in the choir. Oh Lord, not the choir. Oh shit, I just remembered about that. I think that was actually my most hated area in this game.
Now son, you know that's the US government. No matter how you see it, it's going to happen.
I know. Wire taunts me from the other side. I trusted him with my true reason for my efforts, and still he insists on me releasing
Texas kills
Agrippa.
the most people.
They really do. How an enlightened man can show such lack of compassion in a seat of power disgusts me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is
They killed
and has been
558 people in
for
40
centuries
years.
my only link to the worlds beyond. Wire claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige. But how am I to part from him if my return might be denied?
What years did they do that?
Probably the last 4 years. I wouldn't doubt it. I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is a most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Wire told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and tamter. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. The choir seems to be a fertile grounds for this sort. I should then be able to extract its contents with the proper tools.
From 1976 until today.
Wow. The vitae could be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tamter, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's a property of the secretion in the water-dwelling Carnic. I will have to address Wire with this, as he will have to supply me with a host. Also a properly prepared well should suffice to contain. In court, the Order of Black Eagles spew their politics at each other, while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent coward before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time but by
561 actually.
Oh wow. I'm gonna go grab some more oil.
I do get it. Incredible. You found Vire's recipe. There might still be a chance. Lisbanda is working on opening a gate, a door to another realm. It's where he wants to put your anger aside. Let him open the portal before you take your revenge. Let me pass this gate then.
1976.
Please, find the ingredients and prepare the tonic via this card.
They killed 3 people this year.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that.
I would feel really uncomfortable living in a state which has death sentence.
Well, when you've been around it as long as we have, you somehow get
My
used to it.
state only has 5 in the last 40 years. Imagine they killed also innocent people.
They do. They try to. And that's the problem with the justice system here. So fucking corrupt, it's unreal.
How are things coming? You're a good boy, Doctor. And I appreciate your compliment.
Try to, but then they get in deep shit when they do.
True. Okay, time for the choir. Oh boy. Government secured the prisoner, the ritual began.
15th of August, 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry. No time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry. Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Take the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come. Please, I didn't do anything. Take the man, cut the lines. Take the man, cut the lines. Please, the man cries. Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain. Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
I'd say it's quite a bit to take in right there. Now, what was the rope for? Or string, I mean. Choir main hall.
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
poison gland. This right here is definitely a fucked up way of torture. The traitor did not know what to think of the brass bowl as he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat of fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was to be his tomb. His screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled through the complex instrument which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull bellow. Far behind me then.
The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
That's a fucked up way to die. The murderer's limbs were tied to the spokes of the wheel. They turned the wheel slowly, but with intent so the rope secured around his leg stretched and cracked the bone. He no longer had the strength to scream. The two men looked at each other knowingly and took a hammer and struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. That's what y'all want to call mercy. Be my guest, because that ain't mercy at all. Caught up to me. I'll have to sit here and wait till he goes. As long as he doesn't see me. Maybe he did. sounded like he just went through the door. Okay, how many pieces do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Help her! Find a way!
What monster is that?
Shit! That's the moose, man! He's on my ass! He's on my ass! He's on my ass! He almost got me! Oh, come on, let me juke him out, please. Let me juke him out. Get fucking juked! But just to be, I can't get in there. Woo! Juked his ass hard. Did not expect them to pull that one.
LOL.
That honestly was a close one, because he should have got me at that one turn up here. Oh my goodness. I did not expect them to put him right there at all. Okay. Still missing 2 ore parts. Trying to remember.
Are you off tomorrow?
I wish. But no, I'm just trying to hurry up and finish this. Because I'm near the end anyway, so I might as well.
Goddamn.
I got me good. That got me good. That got me good, and I wasn't even paying attention. The forger stood absolutely still. The casket had been closed, but a faint light made its way inside. A myriad of spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip just for a moment. His knee jerked, and he felt blood trickle down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had ruptured and began to leak. That was a good one. Scared the shit out of me. I was not expecting that. one more piece in here, I think. I'm just trying to remember where. Okay, that leads back to the entrance. Oh, shit. Here we go again. Good Jeep, asshole. They are close. No shit! I can see that! That's the first step that is near the end of the game.
Oh, your butt got fingered.
That's actually the first death. I almost went this. That. I almost went through this entire game without dying. Oh, you're back there, aren't you? Statue. I cannot be harmed. You do not know I am here. I am one with the darkness. You can go fuck yourself.
That wasn't the last piece.
No, I'm still missing one more. I think it's in here. It's 6 pieces that I need to grab. Trying to remember exactly where the last piece is, though. Disappear. If he's down there, that orb piece is somewhere in that area. think I missed a piece in here somewhere.
She dead?
That's what I thought. Area because of that monster.
Anything of you. But if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's tonic before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance for you to save him. Please, my faith is in your hands.
I can't remember where all the things are anyway. I can't even remember where all the ingredients are for that tonic. Plus, I've already gotten a good ending with that, I believe.
I see that all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you. But if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's tonic before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance.
Hold on, let me see something.
For you to save me. Please, my fate is in your hands.
I don't know where I would get the other two. I forgot. I'd have to look at it again. But I'm gonna go ahead and try and finish it up now. Yeah, I think that was meant to happen. Sleep. Yeah, I
We
need
no
sleep.
play Borderlands together.
Hold on, let me... Trying to finish it up. Yeah, that was meant to happen.
You had me worried. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what to do with you. I hold no grudge against you, Daniel. We are so very much the same, you and I. Did you really drink from the amnesia mixture? It does explain so much of your behavior. You never did finish what you set out to do. You talked about redemption, how you would face the orb's shadow and save our work, and me. I will grant you another chance to redeem yourself. You can wait here and stop the shadow. Thank you, friend.
Okay. Oh shit, did I just fuck something up? Yeah, y'all know I'm out. I'm the master of the jailbreak. Well, that happened. Okay, I'm gonna leave this out. I gotta find the key now. Bucket of water. We up out of here! I done pissed the thing off. What's behind me? I couldn't even begin to tell you what was up there.
18th of August, 1839. Tonight, we will unlock the power of the orb and ultimately banish the shadow hunting me. I feel it closing in on me, and I fear for my life more than ever. Just outside Altstadt, lays a small settlement at Zimmerman, a dairy farm, lives with his wife and 2 children. The coach went there. Our visit was unexpected, and Alexander was able to strike Zimmerman down without alerting the others. As he went to take care of the farmhands, I began to look for the children. We should have more than enough prisoners to finish the ritual now.
Oh, Lord. Okay, I think this is where... Oh, wait, hold on. I don't know how that's not right. Is there like a container I'm missing or something?
thought I'd lost you. The castle trembled and I could hear the chancel collapse. The laboratory might be accessible now. What are you doing? Time is running short.
There must be some kind of fucker. It has to be the glass jar though, right? I just don't know why it's not accepting it. I don't get this, man. I really don't.
Running short. running short. You should hurry, Daniel. No time for sitting around.
I don't get it. I got everything I need. Why is... I don't know, man.
Shouldn't trust him.
What are you trying to do?
For some reason, this darn thing isn't... I'm supposed to be making a thing for Agrippa. I don't get what I'm doing wrong. Legit about to just say fuck it at this point.
What are you doing? Time is running short. You're a good boy, Daniel, and I appreciate your comment. But I believe you have more important things to do. Pay attention. First, feed me the tonic, and then use the saw to remove my head. As the tonic begins to work, you'll be able to cut off my head without taking my life. Then, take my head and bring it with you. As you enter the gate, Alexander is opening in the inner sanctum. What do you mean? Why wouldn't you enter the gate? We can't argue now. You need to act. Quickly! Off the head!
Okay, now we gotta get this head. I'm just gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna have to deal with the moose man over here. Or not.
10th of August, 1839. I cannot believe what I have become. One of the girls escaped and I chased after her all the way upstairs. I hunted her down and... What is her life worth? How many lives can I take before I surrender my own? Sure, I would kill a murderer to save an innocent. But to kill an innocent? To save myself? A cold-blooded murderer.
Doodle scrub, nothing much. Okay.
Epic.
Tell you the truth, I can't even read those.
Sorry, had to do it, LOL.
Tell you the truth, I couldn't even read what those were. Shit. Oh, that didn't work. Well, 3 deaths. That was 3 deaths in this game already. Surprised.
LOL, why did yes do that?
I was trying to get by him, but it didn't work. Just try to stun him with a rock, and it didn't work. Normally, you're able to. Into the inner sanctum.
August 1839.
It's not fair. I'm not to blame. I've been manipulated by that demon. He played my guilty conscience and duped me into facing the shadow alone. That vile, conspiring man. He expects me to meet my death as he steals power beyond imagination. Alexander, I will kill you for what you have done. If only the shadow had caught me in London or Algeria, I wouldn't have to suffer this humiliation. You made me a murderer. A monster.
And now, I merely await my death. I'm too weak to press on. I can hardly stand as my knees fail me. I cannot see as my eyes are dressed in tears. I am as broken as the men I've tortured. If only I could wipe my fear away, as we did with them.
Daniel, we're almost there. Into the orchard.
was wondering if you were going to show up. I see Agrippa convinced you to run some errands. Tell me, is everything nice and clear now? Am I the villain? Good and evil. Such comforting concepts, but hardly applicable. Are you so blind that you see no good in me, or evil in Agrippa?
I think he's just mad because he got a tiny penis.
There he is. Do you see him, Vaya? He deserves so much more. Please, help him. I know you can. Don't worry, Daniel. It will be all right.
All right. I think this might have been one of the longer streams that I've done on the weekdays, so hopefully everyone did enjoy this. I will go through and do the other Amnesia games on here as well this weekend, and I think what happened with the Outlast stream, I've probably got to beat the game again, unfortunately, in order to get Whistleblower, so I'm going to try and do that sometime this weekend. I'm going to try and sit down and I'm going to try and sit down and play it. Other than that, hopefully everyone did enjoy this. It was nice to act on Amnesia and play it. I could say it's just like with Markiplier, it holds a special place for me as well. It's just, like I said, I'm normally used to being scared at this point, so I'm kind of immune to it, unfortunately. And like I said, if I get on a PC and play the custom stories on here, I'm pretty sure I'll get scared shitless. I'm pretty sure I would. So, hopefully everyone did enjoy this. Tomorrow I will... I'll probably continue with Soma. But, other than that, hopefully everyone did enjoy this. If you did, leave a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell icon to stay updated to whatever I do. And I'll see you guys in the next stream tomorrow.